I just want to, first of all, thank everybody for taking time away from their life, normal life, to come to this great event, the marriage between my son David and Milan, and a fantastic place to have a party. And I won't go any further than that, but I do want to say a little blessing for all of us. And if you can hear me, I want to thank God for the opportunity to have a great family, and many of you are going to become part of Milan's family and David's family. And so I want to thank God that we were all able to get together for this occasion. And I'm going to say a little Catholic prayer. Some of you may or may not recognize it. And it's, bless us, O Lord, these thy gifts that we're about to receive through thy bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Okay. All right. An old Hallmark card reads, a friend is a present you give yourself. Or in other words, to have a friend, one must be a friend. Well, God gave me and Jerry a new best friend 28 years ago, David. Ever since David was little, he and I were buds. Daddy traveled a lot for his career, so David and I were constant companions. We enjoyed each other. We loved going to the parks, to the zoos, to driving to see Grandma and Grandpa, children's theater, and of course, the Mecklenburg Library. Okay, a little library sidebar. I'm a librarian, so shortly after David got to kindergarten, his teacher said to me, not only does David know the stories I'm going to read to the class, he delights in telling me who the authors are. David literally cheered me on during my time in grad school. Our friendship was a huge source of strength during my months of difficult medical treatment, but he never complained. For me, going from being a supermom to being a mere mortal was almost as painful as the treatments. But I wonder if he realizes now how much a better man that has made him. Then came the upper grades, washing football, rugby uniforms, on to A&M, graduating in 4 years. Right. And through it all, our friendship is what sustained us and nourished Jerry, David, and myself. And we thank God daily for the gift of David. To quote scripture, a faithful friend is a sturdy shelter. He that has found one has found a treasure. There is nothing so precious as a faithful friend. David now starts a new chapter, and God has given him a new faithful friend, Milan. And by the way, who is one of the most detail-oriented people I know, among many gifts that she has. So it is only fitting that tomorrow she officially becomes, wait for it, organized. So please raise your glasses and join us in wishing David and Milan continued gift of a beautiful and amazing and long friendship and marriage. To David and Milan.
I'm Alexa. This is my little sister, Sydney. We're Milan's god sisters. Our moms met when they were 10 years old, and we've been in each other's lives ever since. Don't do that! She's my best friend, my soulmate, and our sister, and we love you very much. Okay, I was supposed to be the one who was going to talk because she's pregnant and she's going to cry the whole time, but I'm already tearing up too. But, okay, everybody knows the actual definition of the word extra, right? But I would like to give you the Urban Dictionary definition of extra. The definition is doing the absolute damn most in every situation possible, okay? If you know Milan is the definition of extra, okay? Like, so amazing. Goes above and beyond in everything. For example, all these ladies over here and her family know if you go out to dinner or go out to eat with this chick, by the time you leave, you are best friends with the whole staff, right? Whole staff. Because she is going to make it a point for you to remember her. She wants to be your friend. She wants to be your everything by the time she leaves, right? That's what we love about Milan, though. And, David, I just want to let you know that at your kid's first birthday party, you're probably going to have unicorns in your backyard. I mean, for Emma's, we had a massive bouncy house, and she was the only kid. The only kid. So, but my point is that Milan goes above and beyond in every aspect of her entire life. In every relationship, she wants to do her best, right? So, let me find my place real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. So, ladies, she is the best friend you can ever have, right? She is like, she will drop everything and be there for you in 5 seconds. And David, I know she's going to be the absolute best wife to you. She's going to be extra in her love and care for you. And she will go above and beyond for y'all's marriage and your family as well. So, if you will, please raise your glass to the beautiful couple. I hope tomorrow is as perfect and extra as if you have always dreamed.
Now listen up here. This is good advice for everybody. Now, Milan, you put your hand out like that. Right there. You stand right here. Milan's putting her hand out. Now, David, you put your hand on top of here. Now, I'm going to decree that this is the last time David is ever going to have the upper hand.
I'm Nick. I'm one of David's best friends. We met in college. We've been friends ever since. And I wanted y'all to think of the word good. It's a 4-letter word, and we say it all the time. How was school today, kid? It was good. How was work? It was good. How was dinner? It was good. But what does good mean? Good means strong. Good means virtuous. And good means kind. Good is the definition of David Organ. And he's always been a good friend to me. Whether that's calling him to help me with a truck project at 7 o'clock on a work night when we got to go to work the next day, or calling him for a ride home at 4 o'clock in the morning, David's always been there. But in this day and age, it's more important than ever that good forces itself out into the world. And no one has ever pushed David the way Milan does. And that is how good becomes great. Y'all are going to have a great marriage. And you're going to raise great children who are going to do great things. And I'm so happy to be able to stand next to both of y'all tomorrow. Cheers to David and Milan.
So this is really bad timing because my speech is also about a word. So here we go. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jess and I'm Milan's sister. So technically I'm her sister-in-law, but what's in a word, right? It turns out a lot is in a word. When I married my husband, Milan's brother, Tony, I joked to everyone that I was trading my last name for one that was a lot easier to pronounce. I had a vague sense of what it meant to marry into and to become a Polito. It means to be hardworking, always on the lookout for a good time, to be accepting of everyone, to love each other fiercely, and most importantly, to never turn down a cocktail. What I didn't realize when I became a Polito is that I would be fortunate enough to grow close enough to my sister-in-law, Milan, and that over time I would be able to give her so many names. Names like confidant, supporter, instigator, troublemaker, problem solver, best friend, and sister. I feel so lucky to have found in her a friend in the absolute and truest sense of the word. Milan, you are and always have been one of the most genuine, funniest, most loyal people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. You are someone that I can turn to no matter the circumstance, and I can unquestionably know that you'll be there for me. You are always there to cheer me up when I'm sad, calm me down when I'm freaking out, and provide the most perfect gift, regardless of the situation. One of the things that I love the most about you is how fiercely you approach your love for David. In the weeks leading up to tonight, you said something that really stuck with me. You said, "I never thought that I would love the person that I'm going to marry this much." I think that sentiment really speaks volumes for the love that the two of you have built and that you share. That you, a person who has so much love to give and so much love in your heart, can't even fully comprehend the amount of love that you have for the person that tomorrow will become your husband. You have found in David your counterpart, someone who is equally caring, charismatic, kind, loving, and selfless as you are. Tomorrow, in front of all of the people who you love the most, you'll begin a life with a new, exciting, and very important name, wife. Tomorrow, you officially become Mrs. Leslie Milan Organ. I know this is a name that you have been looking forward to for a very long time, and I know that you will never cease to treat it with the respect and dignity that it deserves, because that is the type of person that you are. I know I speak for everyone in this room when I say that my wish for you both is a lifetime of happiness, of falling in love with each other again every day, of prosperity, of contentment, and of course, cute babies. I am so happy for the two of you, and I am so excited to watch the love that you two have for each other continue to grow. This is the start of a fantastic journey that only gets better with time. Congratulations, I love you both. What, this?
Or not.
I love you too.
Okay, sorry. Good evening, everyone. My name is Leah. For those of you who don't know me, I went to high school with Milan. I met Milan my sophomore year. We were 15. I had just transferred high schools, and I decided to go back into private school. And I'll never forget, I was sitting in class, and all of a sudden I was very shy, very timid, and I was kind of sitting at my desk. I didn't know anyone, and all of a sudden I hear this very bubbly, boisterous voice behind me go, "Are you Leah? You're Leah, right? You're Leah?" And I turn around very timidly, and there was this beautiful, fun, loving, smiley blonde girl. And I responded to her, "Yes, I am Leah." And she said, "Oh my gosh, I've heard so much about you. Welcome to BL. We're gonna be great friends." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well this is awesome. That's a great way to introduce people in. So yeah, we'll see how it goes." From there, our friendship just kind of took off. I remember lots of fun football games, study groups, late nights with Cheryl calling and yelling at us constantly because we were going to be a minute late past curfew. And so from there, as what happens in most high school relationships, it's tested. You're girls. Your friendships go up and down, but if I would have known then what I know now, it would have been that God was testing us for one of the biggest journeys of our lives. So when I went through a very difficult health struggle, Milan was there, no matter what. She could put a smile on my face. She could pull me out of the darkest lows. And for that, I am forever grateful and forever blessed. So with that, our test of friendship, I've always kind of lived by one simple rule when it comes to love. In my mind, you experience 3 great loves in your life. The first love is that fast, quick, young, naive love. Most of the time you have it in high school, maybe in college. You think it's great, it's perfect, you're gonna be together forever. Your second love is that one love that burns bright and it burns hot. And you know deep down it's never gonna last, but you're gonna enjoy it while you can. Your third love, which is the greatest of all, is the one when you enter a room and your soul sees the soul it is meant to be with, and they just both go, "There you are." I was there the day that Milan and David met for the first time on their first date. I was hiding in the back corner to make sure with Cheryl. We just wanted to make sure she was safe, and we were hiding in the back corner. And I remember when they met and they sat down and I was watching them, it was kind of that sigh of relief, as if watching their souls go, there you are. So from that, David and Milan, I know that you guys are destined for a great marriage. Your souls are going to become one forever. I love you both, so cheers to David and Milan.
All right, so some of you guys may know who I am, some of you may not, and if you do, on occasion you're probably still confused because I have a lot of names. There's Tex, there's Tony, there's Philip, Milan's brother, Jess's husband, and a lot of other names that my wife calls me that I shouldn't mention here. But there's one description that really rings true with me, and I'm particularly fond of, and that's rock. Before I get into the last one, I want to thank David's parents who are getting some cocktails. There we are. For this wonderful night tonight. Over the years, Milan and I have shared countless tears and laughs. I've watched her grow from a cute little girl into a terrible teenager and finally into a beautiful woman. While I have tons of stories to share about that progression, which would elicit a lot of laughs and probably some embarrassment from all parties involved, I'll skip that, and I want to go back to my own wedding and my own rehearsal dinner and that idea of a rock. You see, Milan decided that she wanted to speak at my rehearsal dinner without having been asked by either my wife or myself. Thus, she was woefully underprepared and a bit tipsy. But she opened up her speech and closed her speech calling me her rock. That's something that I've never forgotten, and something that's I've always been very, very proud of. Tomorrow, while it's not my place to give her away, I feel as if I am. So David, instead of me giving her away to you, I'm passing on that idea of being her rock. You guys have built a foundation of unconditional love, and we all could not be more excited to watch you guys build upon that. That foundation, that rock, will always be there for life. So wrapping this up, I want to leave you with a few words from one of the greatest literary minds of our generation, Dr. Seuss. You know you're in love when you don't want to fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. To Milan and David, may your lives live your lives with your eyes wide open, and may your dreams always fall short of your reality. Love you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Jenny. If you don't know me, that's very unfortunate. I'm pretty cool. I met Milan 7 years ago. I haven't been here as long as half these girls, more than half these girls, but I feel like I've known her for an entire lifetime. We met each other at the Art Institute. A memory I like to try to forget. There was pretty weird people at that school, but Milan was the only normal one. And we just clicked like that. Thank you, David. Ever since then, we've been inseparable. Then came along David. The first night I met David was at Milan's house And before that, I went to the liquor store down the street, and I'm like, what should I get as a fun little, icebreaker? As I was checking out, I saw this, crystal gun, but it was full of, vodka. And I was like, yes, I'm getting this. If he can't do that, don't like him. So here comes 8 o'clock. Milan's like, party's done. Going to bed. We're like, no, party's not done. Me and David are down there. We're drinking, and I pulled out this gun. He's like, yes. So he's sitting there taking shots of this gun. I'm like, I love this guy. From that day forward, David has proved to be one amazing man in more ways than one for Milan. Not only for Milan, you've also been an amazing friend. About a year ago in 2 weeks, I got married to my husband, and Milan was my maid of honor. She was amazing, and she was there every step of the way. David was our usher, but he did more for my husband than anybody else did for him, not even his best man. Stetson was there for him throughout the whole entire day. He helped him get ready. He ran errands for him. He did everything for him. David is just one amazing man, and I know he's going to be the best husband to Milan. And I'm privileged to have called you now my friend. And I'm privileged, I know that you will treat her amazingly. And I have no question about that. Marriage is hard. It will be hard. But don't forget to say I love you. Communication is key, and you guys will do amazing. I love you guys so much. Get up there. Yeah, I guess.